Today I'm going to be talking to you about things I've learned in the past pretty much year of AR development. Actually, mobile AR development, actually. Well, technically, yeah, we're only doing mobile AR development anyway because that's the only way that stuff works in the first place. So yes, mobile AR development. So, quick little synopsis of AR development. I'm going to be using the board and stuff like that going very quickly, so please catch up and keep up. Alrighty, AR. It is split into two pieces for mobile devices. It's AR Core and AR Kit. This is Android and this is iOS. So there are two different pieces of AR Core, two different things, AR Core, AR Kit. AR Kit is for iOS devices only. So it will, there's a few things that AR Kit can do that AR Kit can do, AR Core can't. The one thing that AR Kit can do right now recently is it can do, from what I understand, vertical walls, but I might be wrong on that. Both can now. Okay, both can now. So that's pretty great. So AR Kit pretty much has everything going on. AR Core has something that's pretty cool, which is called, what do they call it? Cloud anchors. Cloud anchors allow for multiple people to have the same AR experience in the same area. So you actually pretty much allows for the creation of mobile AR games and experiences. That's one of the things that Android they've been working on, they got going on for the time being right now. AR Core, from what I understand, and Shay might change my mind about this right after I say it, is that AR Core can work on iOS devices. They've actually made it possible to do it. So,
not very much, really.
You basically asked him to do that.
I know I did. I know. I needed him because I need him later.
It looks like they pretty much support cloud anchors.
Yeah, pretty much the cloud anchor thing is the really biggest thing, honestly.
Cloud anchors along with the AR Kit functionality.
Exactly. That's also what's actually over there as well. So you have AR Core, which is able to work on AR Clip with the cloud anchors with iOS devices. And so honestly, the goal is to make sure that you're able to, the idea of AR in the first place is to augment to your world and everything, to change things around you so it actually looks different than what we see in the boring world. So the goal, those is pretty much what we have for AR mobile devices right now, for Android devices and Apple devices. So let's go into a little bit about AR development. And so pretty much a lot of people in here that use Unity. Unity has what is called AR Foundation. AR Foundation was created with a great goal of taking AR Core and AR Kit, I'm gonna use a different marker, AR Core and AR Kit, and making it work for everything. That was the goal. Everything. So the thing is that we wanted to make, because the idea is that to work on AR Kit and AR Core at the same time. Y'all, I was up in base 110 for 3 months trying to make that stuff work. It's a pain in the butt. So AR Foundation, with Unity's help and with everybody else's help, made it possible so that you can develop for both platforms and make it work on any device. So it saves you a whole lot of time. You don't have to figure out the things I figured out and all that fun stuff, and you get to have sanity. So that's one of the good things in AR Foundation. If you have a project right now that has been set up to work, oh shoot, I stepped on something. AR Core, AR Kit, you should be able to go into using AR Foundation, change everything very quickly, and make it work for your current project. So that's pretty much the idea of AR Foundation. The documentation is a little mean to people, but it should be all right. Ask Shay or I if you need any help with it. All right, so with AR Foundation and the goal of using AR, like I said before, we've been working on recently in the Lexington area, also spread out as well, we have what we like to call Catopia. Catopia is an AR project that has been worked on by people from pretty much all around the U.S. We have folks that were in Chicago, Colorado. He moved to Washington. We also had somebody that moved back and forth from South Korea. So we just had a lot of people working on this project. And so Catopia is the idea of just bringing in, having AR cats that you are able to feed, play, and tower street. Oh, help them live in boxes. Boxes. We help, yeah, because the idea is Toy Streets and Towers, TT, Toy Streets and Towers, TTT. That almost became the title, by the way, of the game, but we decided not to do it. So we've been working on this for the past year. Actually, we started around like in the beginning of January. And so now we're fully going to try to get it out to people. And so with Catopia, we learned a few things. One thing you need to remember when doing AR development is that you really, pretty much, the simplest way to explain AR development is that the phone turns on, the screen turns on, the camera turns on. It searches for planes, pretty much. To help search for those planes, though, it finds in the real world what you call feature points. So it looks at points in the world and finds and using a texture on the object, is able to determine where a point is, where an object is. It also determines its rotation as well, which allows for you to be able to define a flat floor. I thought you had a question for a second. I don't know, but you didn't.
Why is my hair so nice?
I'm gonna rub it later. So feature points are found on an object, on a floor, to allow you to create a plane. Once you create a plane, you can pretty much do anything. Because the idea is that once you're able to interact with the real world, you can put anything out there. I do recommend that whenever you're creating an experience as well, know a lot of fast gestures. The game that I mentioned, which is called Cornhole Everywhere, which I did not mention. Oh shoot, I did it again. Oh shoot, did that actually go out? No, it's fine. Okay, Cornhole Everywhere is a game that I worked on. I'll show it to you later. What happened is that Cornhole Everywhere, the idea is that you're actually playing cornhole in real life. We learned that really quick motions for AR can cause the loss of the plane and loss of the AR object in the world. So be careful when you're actually creating a game or experience with it. No really quick motions. Just have it so that you place an object inside the plane and then you interact with it, pretty much. So the phone's right here, and then you interact with the object that's right there. And that's pretty simple. Once you're able to do this, you can make anything. But there are also some good rules. One rule on top of my head I can think of right now, when the app starts, make sure that you're not entering AR mode at the beginning. It gets confusing and people aren't able to understand what's going on. Second thing, make some way of telling the player, the user, that this process of finding the plane is necessary. Because if not, they will just sit there and they have no idea what's going on. So make sure to explain the idea of actually finding the plane, saying that you need to do something in order to make that work. Make sure it's seen. Let's see, what's the other thing about it? Also, pretty much, I haven't tested the use of audio and everything. I would say the 3D audio and 2D audio is fine, regular stuff. Don't use Unity's UI system inside the world for AR. It's very taxing, and it's recommended not to be used. So if you have an object, if you want to show words or letters in the world of an AR experience, try to find a different way of showing it. For one of the games I'm working on right now, the Cornhole Everywhere game, to reset the cornhole, you'll be pressing on an object on the screen in order to actually reset it. There won't be any say like, hey, reset button or anything. All UI should be on the screen, but because of the fact that it is AR and you're using the screen a lot more and you're using the camera pretty much, you want to make sure that the UI does not take up a lot of space, because that destroys the experience. Because if there's a bunch of UI and everything, you're not able to see what's going on in that world. That type of thinking is very known for, of course, a lot for mobile development, but it's very, very useful right now for the time being for AR. Let me see what else. Let me see. All right, so I talked about AR development for AR Core AR Kit. Right now, also there is it's a bunch of AR things coming out right now recently. Magic Leap, the HoloLens, all that fun stuff. I've touched the HoloLens. Haven't touched the Magic Leap yet, but they are very good uses of AR. So if you get a chance to do it, try it out. I recommend it. But yeah, as we decided a few years back, VR developers were like, we need to go ahead and just test to see exactly what works and what doesn't work. And so for this, right now, we also have to say, let's go out and test to see exactly what works and what doesn't work. There will be rules that are being created for AR. They're being worked on right now as we try to figure it out, just like we did for VR. So have patience with it, see exactly what goes on. Test. I would say there's gonna be more testing with AR than it was with VR, just because of the fact that you're messing with, also, another thing as well, so when I take out my phone and I turn it on, look at camera and everything, my camera is on, and so I'll be looking out and seeing people in the world. Then we have a whole different new issue about possible privacy that comes with AR as well. So we're gonna be looking into a lot of those things, developers, in the future. Exactly, like how do we use AR well, safely, and just treat it as a new tech that needs the respect that it does, and also needs to respect the lives of others. So, like I said, this is a whole new thing, but I think that the process of using tools that we've gained from Unity, also having multiple platforms to do it as well, and then also the simplicity of just finding some place to put our objects and then be able to place them, we're gonna do a lot of cool stuff. So if you ever want to learn more about AR development, you're welcome to ask me or Shay. And thank you for listening to this ramble.